marked classified at the time I sent or received it.
Our investigation found that there was classified information sent.
There was nothing marked classified on my emails, either sent or received.
There was classified material emailed.
I thought it would be easier to carry just one device for my work and for my personal emails instead of two.
She used multiple devices during the 4 years of her term as Secretary of State. There is evidence that they were extremely careless in their handling of very sensitive, highly classified information. In looking back at our investigations into the mishandling or removal of classified information, we cannot find a case that would support bringing criminal charges on these facts.
Most importantly, though, Charlie, this now takes the oxygen of this race, at least for a couple of days, one would think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that Steve is exactly right about this. That you know, we already know that she's has a hard time telling the truth. We already know that she's reckless with her emails and classified information. The thing that is new, that could be new here is, and this is not to be resolved by the election day, is the questions about a criminal probe into somebody running for president. That's a pretty big thing.
And won't be resolved by election day. Panel, we'll see you in just a bit. When we come back, our Issues That Matter segment tonight.
And underscoring how narrow the Trump campaign really understands their path to 270 really is. Trump appeared just moments ago here in the Democratic-leaning state of Maine. This is only one of 2 states that divvy up their electoral votes by district. So Trump coming here to Lisbon, Maine, Wolf, a Republican district, on the hunt for just 1 electoral vote. Wolf.
Thanks very much, Dunlas Rafani in Maine for us. Thank you. We're back with Republican Congressman Ted Yoho, a Florida Donald Trump supporter. Congressman, Trump said this latest development, that, in his words, this is bigger than Watergate. Isn't that an exaggeration?
You know, I don't think it is. I mean, we're talking Watergate of 17 minutes of mistapes and stealing some information that Richard Nixon, when he was approached by members of his own party, knew he was defeated and he stepped down. He did what was best for a nation. And I would hope anybody in a leadership role like this would do the same thing. Mrs. Clinton is ultimately the only one who knows what happened, what was said, what she did. And if she knows she was complicit, or she knows she did these things, she should do the same things. And if we look at really what's going on here, you know, I think bigger issues are like the Affordable Care Act. You have states all around the union.
Well, let me interrupt for a moment, Congressman.
Yeah.
But you remember Watergate. Watergate, you had the campaign, the Republican campaign of Richard Nixon, breaking into the Democratic National Committee headquarters over at the Watergate complex here in Washington,
Sure.
lying about that to Congress, and you had a president of the United States who was forced from office, had to resign. He was clearly going to be impeached. You think that what's going on now with Hillary Clinton's emails is bigger than that?
If she's lying about it, Wolf, if she has come to Congress...
Comey said, the FBI director, that she did not lie to the FBI. He also said that no prosecutor, based on all the evidence he had collected, would have gone forward with recommending charges against her. That was the conclusion that the FBI director, James Comey, former Assistant Attorney General, former U.S. Attorney, that was his conclusion.
Sure, but then he went on, if we look at the facts, he says she wasn't sworn in. There was no tape recording or paper.
You can't lie to the FBI. If you lie to the FBI, that's a felony.
I agree.
And he said she did not lie to the FBI.
But he wasn't there present, and he
Well,
did
there were
not
FBI agents. The FBI agents. It doesn't matter if you're under oath or not under oath. You can't lie to the FBI. That is a crime.
I agree. So that should be investigated, and I think we should go further than this. And if that does prove out true that she did,
but
mislead.
Congressman, we're out of time. I got to let you go. But quickly, if the FBI and the FBI agents who did interview Hillary Clinton say, because there's new developments now that have come forward, so there's a new review. But based on all the evidence they had,
swear her in, and he wasn't present, and they have no recordings of that. So whatever was said, we don't have a record of that. It's all circumstantial evidence.